Okay guys, so today EA went ahead and released Combine Release 2 a day earlier than I was expecting. So let's go ahead, look at all the cards that dropped and tell you guys which ones are worth buying in Madden 25. So guys, starting off here is going to be the 95 overall B&D NFL Combine Extreme Challenge player. This is going to be earned through the challenges section, the solos. So you can get this guy for completely free without having to play against anybody online. But CJ Spiller right here, 98 speed, 97 excel, 98 agility, 99 change of direction. So the card himself, he looks pretty good. He's just not going to be really comparable to the top running backs in the games. They get the really crazy abilities. But obviously, as you can see over there, they've got his NFL Combine stats that he put up: 5'11", 196, 18 reps on the bench, 1.48 second shuttle drill, and 4.37 second 40-yard dash. Which honestly, that's pretty light. I think these days I'm running around a 4.1. Okay, I'm capping. I'm lying. Obviously, of course, I'm sure you guys can tell. But for his abilities, he's going to get second wind activated on him automatically, and then after that, this is just the main bucket here that every single running back gets, or every single card gets in the game there. Then starting off with his discounted abilities, he's going to be able to get for 1 AP running back apprentice, matchup nightmare, spin cycle, arm bar, bulldozer, jukebox, grab and go, leapfrog, goal line back, balance beam, and reach for it. The next slot he's going to get for 1 AP, spin cycle, jukebox, bulldozer, grab and go, human joystick, armbar again, running back apprentice, backfield mismatch, playmaker, run off elite, red zone threat. I believe he does hit that spec catch mark. Slot apprentice here, backlash, steamroller, tireless runner, mid elite, short elite, and backyard halfback, which is pretty cool there. And then in this last slot here for the discounted ability buckets, he's going to get evasive bruiser. I do not believe he does not hit the trucking stat. He needs 87. He only has 84 to be able to activate or unlock tank there, which is kind of upsetting, but we'll just move on there. 92 agility. He's going to get route tech for 4 AP. These are not really discounted ability buckets. They're just going to be just regular ability buckets, but just certain other abilities. It's unfortunate he actually cannot get an ability like tank, because I know it's really useful on a lot of the running backs. Now he does get motivator chemistries. Well, starting off here, I guess I should say his team chemistries. He gets Buffalo Bills, New Orleans Saints, Seattle Seahawks, Kansas City Chiefs, and New York Jets. And then for his motivator chemistries, this is, think of like stocking stuffers or some of the other cards that have actually dropped in this promo. They will boost they have power run. I believe it is pass protector as well, but right here for him, he just gets power run in this slot, and you can pick it for any single team. If you have 2 of the components, it will actually give +1 run block, +1 truck, +1 run block power, +1 run block finesse, +1 strength, and +1 run block. And then in the second slot here, he does get the other power run motivator. So you can either mix and match and have one team for one to get +1 strength and +1 run block on cards, and then +1 strength and +1 run block on other cards, or add both of these for one certain team. If you have a certain theme team, it could be good to do that and go ahead and get all of that pass block, truck, run block power, and run block finesse on your card there. So CJ Spiller, as far as him being worth picking up because you don't have to buy him, I would say, I mean, he's a free running back that's going to be 99 speed, so you might as well go get him. But diving into the actual champions cards, because we did not get any more, unfortunately anyways, those really souped up college players that went to the NFL Combine. We did not get more of those cards. We just got more champion and higher overall cards. Now looking at the prices, they're going to be more expensive right now just because they just recently dropped today, but these prices will go down. As you can see now, Bo Nix, Jalen Ramsey, Danielle Hunter, some of these guys are down below 600k, so these cards will continue to drop and will probably drop even further when Team of the Year releases tomorrow. But starting off with the Ultimate Combine champion right here, number 1, we've got Vernon Davis, tight end right here. He's going to be coming in 6'3", 244, 97 speed, 87 strength, 94 catching traffic, 93 spec catch, 90 short route running, 92 medium route running, 77 run blocking, and then if we scroll down, he also has 97 deep route running, which is really good. Obviously, I mean, he's a 96 overall. For his Combine token to get all of his abilities, which we will just act as though all these cards get all their abilities, because you can buy these in the store for only 50k, but he will need he can take either the speed, power, acrobat, or stop and go token, just because he is the ultimate champion there. His baked on abilities are going to be jukebox and leapfrog, which is pretty good there. And then for discounted ability buckets here, For 0 AP, he's going to get mid and elite, mid out elite, run off elite, bulldozer, slot apprentice, outside apprentice, armbar, jukebox, spin cycle, backlash, matchup nightmare, grab and go all day. I do not believe he hits that pass blocking threshold. He would need 83 pass blocking, and he only has 69, so he does not hit that threshold there for that ability. But the pass blocking or the blocking abilities in general, you wouldn't really have on a card like Vernon Davis. Maybe a Gronk type of tight end, you would have that on. Then in the next slot for 1 AP, he's going to get mid and elite, mid out elite, slot apprentice, jukebox, slot o-matic, outside apprentice, spin cycle for 1, playmaker, grab and go, red zone threat, human joystick, leapfrog, tight end apprentice, honorary lineman. He's not going to get because these blocking ones, like I said, he's not really going to be able to hit the thresholds for him. Short in elite, bulldozer, armbar, short out elite, deep in elite, deep out elite, backyard tight end, third down threat, tireless runner, steamroller, short elite, mid elite, and deep elite, and short elite being for 2, mid elite being for 1. And then if this bucket right here, this is just going to be a normal ability bucket, no discounts there. Then we get into the last 3, which are all discounted ability buckets. In this first one, he's going to get backyard tight end, short elite, deep elite, and red zone threat. A red zone threat for 0, the other 3 he's going to get for 1 AP each. And then in this second, or in this bucket here, he will get backyard tight end for 0, short elite for 0, deep elite, red or third down threat and red zone threat all for 0 AP. But tank right here is going to cost 2 AP on him, and you could also get Vanguard, which is going to be a ridiculous impact block. It's basically just instant pancakes if your guy touches somebody else on the other team. It is also going to cost you 2 AP there, and those slots are both repeated, so you could run something like short elite and deep elite on him, or red zone threat and third down threat on him for only 0 AP there, or you could throw on tank to him if you would like, and a human joystick. Now, if we go ahead and look at his price, at least currently, like I said, the price is going to fluctuate as time goes on, but he is 900k for a tight end when currently, and just because I run him does not mean that it is gospel by any means necessary, but currently I'm running a card that's going to cost like a third of that, if not even less. I mean, honestly, it is going to be less in this Colston Loveland right here. And after all of the speed boost that you currently can get, and if you have him on, which I currently have Colston Loveland on a 40 and 20 theme team, because you can split up the theme team cost, or this split up the theme team on those 93 overall cards, he's still 99 speed. And honestly, at this point with tight end, if you're not going to get like tank for 0 or human joystick or something like that for 0, having a Colston Loveland as a backup option is definitely a good tactical downgrade. But I will say, if this Vernon Davis card drops to around 600k, he could be worth it. But the other thing about him is there's already another tight end that dropped in this promo in Evan Ingram. And if we go ahead and look at him and his price, he's 545k. So he's 400k cheaper, and he's essentially going to get the same ability stack, if not even better, but he's not going to get that 0 AP jukebox, at least baked on. But Evan Ingram right here, he gets acrobat and leapfrog baked on, and you can actually go ahead and add in jukebox for 0 AP if you would like, and he gets tanked for 1 AP. So in my opinion, Vernon Davis not worth picking up. I would look either to Colston Loveland or this Evan Ingram card. Next card we've got up, I just looked at the time, how long I've been recording. We're going to try to hopefully speed this up so you guys aren't here all day. Is going to be this strong safety Isaiah Simmons. I was really hoping they would make him a linebacker, but they did not. But baked on ability, or I guess we'll just talk about his attributes first. 6'4", 238, 97 speed, 97 excel, 88 tackle, 88 play rec, 89 pursuit, 96 man coverage, 97 zone coverage, and 96 hit power. This guy's always a beast whenever he's in the game. He's also another ultimate champion, so you can add in any of those combine tokens there. Baked on abilities, he's going to get acrobat and jukebox, which is really nice there. First ability bucket discounts, he's going to get on the ball, chuck out, tip drill, medium route KO, unfakeable, outmatch, mid zone KO, flat zone KO, and spin cycle. Out my way, pick artist, jukebox, stonewall, goal line stuff, deflator, form tackler, and extra pop, all at a discounted rate. The next slot that is also discounted as well is going to be secure tackler, out my way, enforcer, pick artist, lurker, strip specialist, medium route KO, mid zone KO, deep in zone KO, demoralizer, deflator, tip drill, crusher, bench press, outmatched, flat zone KO, inside stuff, no outsiders, enforcer supreme, extra pop, and form tackler. Then this next ability bucket is not going to be discounted, so we won't dive into that. But then when we get to the last 3 ability buckets that you can get discounts on, the first one is going to give you pick artist for 0 AP, inside shade for 1, mid zone KO for 1, which you could get in a previous slot, and secure tackler for 0. Pick artist for 0 in the next one, inside shade for 0, mid zone KO for 0, extra pop for 0, flat zone KO for 0, secure tackler for 0, and deep zone KO for 1. And again, this last 2 slots do repeat. So on this card, you could run deep zone KO, that would give you deep out KO and deep in KO, mid zone KO for 0, and also run pick artist for 0, which is going to basically give you knockouts every single place on the field, except for maybe flat zones, but honestly, sometimes those will light up as mid zone KOs. So this guy is just an absolute beast. But in terms of looking at him and his price, he's also going to be around that 900k range right now. I would expect these cards to drop to around 700k, maybe at the most, but these cards are going to be expensive. I will not lie to you guys and tell you that they're going to be cheap. But currently, if you guys are playing that house rules event that's literally printing coins, you're essentially being able to make any single one of these 96 overall cards just by winning one of those events and going 9-0. I understand it can be difficult, but it definitely can be done. So him, Isaiah Simmons right there, he is absolutely a stud, and I would say he is worth buying in Madden 25. Next is going to be the speedster John Ross, speed champion right here. 96 overall, 98 speed, 94 jumping, 92 catching, 98 catch in traffic, 97 spec catch, 90 short route running, 95 medium route running, and 98 deep route running. They did do him justice and make him 5'11" instead of making him like 5'10" or 5'9", which I was worried about. He is going to be the speed champion, so to upgrade him to get those last 2 ability slots, that are discounted, you're going to need to add in a combine speed upgrade token. And then right here for his first boost right here, he actually is going to boost himself up to 1 speed just off of adding in 5 training right here. So you're going to essentially be able to, as soon as you get this card, you're going to have a 99 base speed receiver, which is absolutely elite. But it's all about what can he add to your team after that. Chemistry wise, he's going to be Bengals, Eagles, and Giants, so he could be a placeholder for an Eagles theme team if you guys have that, and I know a lot of people do. And then this last spot right here is going to be really huge, because he's going to boost all wide receivers in your lineup +1 speed and +1 acceleration, and they're never going to take that away like they can do with what's it called, the strategy item. They are on the 13th are going to remove the +1 speed on every single combine card. But if you have this, all of your receivers, doesn't matter combine or not, will all be +1 speed and +1 acceleration. So that alone, I could say that he's worth it off of just that. But if we go ahead and look at his discounted slots, he'll get mid elite, mid out elite, run off elite, bulldozer, slot apprentice, outside apprentice, armbar, jukebox, spin cycle, backlash, matchup nightmare, and grab and go. Then in this next discounted bucket, he'll get mid and elite, mid out elite, deep in elite, outside apprentice, slot apprentice, deep out elite, slot-o-matic, jukebox, spin cycle, leapfrog, grab and go, playmaker, human joystick, red zone threat, backlash, short out elite, short in elite, honorary lineman, which he will not get because he's not going to have that impact blocking there. Do not believe he's going to hit the threshold there for armbar or bulldozer, but backyard wide receiver, third down threat, tireless runner, steamroller, short elite, mid elite, and deep elite. And then if we go ahead and take a look at his last 3 buckets here, the first one's going to give you red zone threat for 1, jukebox for 0, or run off elite for 0. Then the last 2 are going to give you those same abilities, but then spin cycle for 0, third down threat for 1, or backyard wide receiver for 1. And honestly, the abilities on him are not all too great, but what you can get is you can get red zone threat and jukebox on him, and then also come down here and spend the 1 AP that it's going to cost you to get human joystick on him. So he's going to be very shifty, and he's also going to boost your wide receivers, every single one of them, if you add in that speed token, which you should. It's only going to cost you, like I said, 50k on the store. It's going to give you +1 speed to all of your wide receivers and acceleration, so all your receivers are going to be that much better. And he's going to actually be a pretty reasonable price as far as these 96s go. He's going to be 685k, which even him, he'll probably drop to around that price of Bo Nix, maybe around that 550 to maybe low 600k mark. So John Ross is absolutely worth picking up in Madden 25. That's that 96. Now on to the next one. This guy, I literally posted the video about combine release 1.5 when they dropped Bo Nix. I was like, Bo Nix is QB1. I don't know what they could do to make a quarterback better than him. And they went ahead and dropped this card right here. Dontari Poe is an absolute stud. Now, we all know how big Dontari Poe is. 6'3", 346 pounds. But I promise you, his player model in the game is not like that. I actually was laughing at somebody posted on MuttGG saying that this dude's built like a punter because he's 346 pounds, but he looks nothing of it. It's not like he has a William Perry build out there on the field anyways. But anyways, his attributes, he's going to be coming in with 95 speed, 97 throw power, 90 short accuracy, 92 medium accuracy, 90 deep accuracy, 97 throw under pressure, 97 throw on the run, and 90 play action. Again, we already know 6'3", 346 pounds. Then if we go ahead and look at any of his other stats, he's going to be coming in with 94 change of direction, which is just absolutely insane. And he is also going to be coming in with a 97 break tackle and a 90 break sack, which is just absolutely elite for a quarterback there. He's going to take a combine power upgrade token, surprise, surprise, but he is also going to be out of position. He's going to upgrade his main boost for 5 training. It's going to boost himself for +1 throw power. For his theme teams, he gets Chiefs, Panthers, Falcons, and Dallas Cowboys. And then if we look at his second boost right here, it's going to boost all quarterbacks, +1 throw under pressure, +1 trucking, and +1 break tackle. Then if we look at his discounted buckets here, he's going to be able to run the God stack, the same stack that Bo Nix had that when I called him quarterback 1. It's going to be, he can run Gunslinger for 1, red zone Deadeye, sleight of hand, spin cycle, gutsy scrambler, lofting Deadeye, jukebox, protected, conductor, anchored extender, and quick draw, all for 0. This next bucket here, he's going to get Gunslinger for 2, Roaming Deadeye for 1, Human Joystick for 1, Jukebox for 1, Spin Cycle for 1, Bulldozer, Fast Break, Evasive, Inside Deadeye, Tank, Leapfrog, High Point Deadeye, Dashing Deadeye, Sideline Deadeye, Long Range Deadeye, Tireless Runner, Steamroller, or Backyard QB for 2. And then in that bucket's going to be the exact same. And then the last 3 buckets here, he's going to get Gunslinger for 1 AP, Escape Artist for 2 AP, or Freight Train for 2 AP, which Freight Train and Escape Artist are both X factors that they ended up making as abilities for him passive, so they will never go away. And then in this last 2 buckets, the only things that get added are going to be Set Feet Lead for 3, Backyard QB for 0, or Tank for 0, which is just absolutely insane. It usually is going to cost you 2 AP to at least have that ability on. But currently, like I said, I would run the same stack that I'm running on my Bo Nix. If we go ahead and take a look at that, this is the stack that mostly everybody's going to be running. I have extra abilities on him just because I had extra AP available. But currently, what I'm running is Gift Wrap for 1 AP, Conductor for 0, Long Range Deadeye for 1, Dashing Deadeye for 2, Gunslinger, Escape Artist, and Backyard QB, all for 1 AP total cost there. The other thing is going to be that he does not have the ability like Bo Nix does. Bo Nix can actually get Truz, which is the ability of them not fumbling at all, that your quarterback is never going to fumble. Dontari Poe does not get that ability, which slightly makes him a little bit bad, or I shouldn't even say bad, but a little bit worse than Bo Nix, because it's so annoying playing against Bo Nix when you cannot make him fumble. But the really good thing about Dontari Poe is he's going to be coming in with Baker Mayfield's release, which I'm not sure if you played Madden this year, but it's the best release in the game, so he's going to get the ball out the absolute fastest out of any single quarterback in the game. Dontari Poe, let's go ahead and look at his price. Right there it says 697k, but we'll just go ahead and check. This card is 650k or below, and he's the best quarterback in the game. I would say absolutely Dontari Poe is worth picking up in Madden 25. The only one that I've seen so far that is not is going to actually be that Vernon Davis tight end card. But let's go back to NFL Combine, see how many more champions we have left. We've only got 2 more actual champions, but I will say right now off rip, none of the LTDs, I don't care if they're old or new, none of these LTDs are going to be worth it. The cheapest one that dropped today is going to be this Jamal Charles, and he's still 2.7 million. For every single normal player that is playing this game, absolutely not worth it. I would not buy at all. But jumping back into the champions, we've got 96 overall cornerback Byron Jones right here. He's going to be the acrobat champion. He's coming in with 97 base speed, 95 excel, 97 agility, 98 jump, 89 play rec, 93 man coverage, 97 zone coverage, and 96 press. 6 foot, 200 pounds, so he's no big specimen out there like you would see in an Isaiah Simmons. His baked on abilities are going to be acrobat and tip drill. Again, he's going to need that combine acrobat upgrade token to actually upgrade to his motivator boost here. But for his base one, to boost himself for 5 training. It's going to give him +1 jumping. Here for his teams, he gets Cowboys and Dolphins, which is pretty cool there. And then if we go to this last slot, he's going to boost all cornerbacks +1 zone, +1 pursuit, and +1 jumping, which is really, really nice there. Discounted ability wise, he's going to get on the ball, chuck out, tip drill, medium route KO, unfakeable, outmatched, mid zone KO, flat zone KO, spin cycle, out my way, pick artist, jukebox, stonewall, extra pop, or form tackler. In this same bucket, he's going to get all of those and then some. He's going to get secure tackler, out my way, enforcer, pick artist, lurker, strip specialist. We already talked about these abilities going down here. Then in the last 3 buckets, as far as his extra discounted buckets, he's going to get pick artist for 0, deep out zone KO for 0, or mid zone KO for 1. And then added on into this bucket are going to be flat zone KO for 0, medium route KO for 0, or deep route KO for 0. But this also is going to drop down mid zone KO to 0. So you could run the base setup of mid zone KO for 0, deep zone KO for 0, and pick artist all for 0 AP on your card. And he's going to get virtually knockouts every single spot on the field. This card, regardless of his price, is absolutely going to be worth it. While he does not upgrade speed to your corners, he's only going to cost you 670k, and he is going to absolutely be one of the top 3 corners that are in the game currently. So lastly, right here, we've got Amani Hooker. My apologies, not Armani. He's going to be coming in 96 speed, 98 excel, 91 tackling, 91 play rec, 85 pursuit, 90 man coverage, 97 zone coverage, and 94 hit power. 5'11", 210, which is kind of a little, I don't even want to call it worrisome because he's only 5'10", or 5'11", but he could definitely absolutely get dunked on. His baked on abilities are going to be jukebox and flat zone. To get extra boost, he's going to need the stop and go upgrade token. Here for himself for 5 training, he's going to be getting +1 agility. And then if you add in that extra token there, you're going to get all your free safeties, +1 zone coverage, +1 agility, and +1 man coverage, which could definitely be worth it. Again, his baked on abilities are going to be jukebox and flat zone KO. If we start looking at the discounted buckets here, we've got on the ball, chuck out, tip drill, medium route KO, unfakeable, outmatched, mid zone KO, flat zone KO, spin cycle, out my way, pick artist, jukebox, stonewall, goal line stuff, deflator, form tackler, and extra pop, all for a discounted rate there. Then this next ability slot, he's going to get all of that and then some with secure tackler, out my way, enforcer all added on top of it, as well as strip specialist and lurker. Then if we look at his last 3 ability slots, he's going to get mid zone KO for 1, pick artist for 0, or secure tackler for 0. And then added into this bucket here, which actually drops mid zone KO down to 0, is going to be deep zone KO for 1, inside shade for 1, and deep route KO for 1. So Amani Hooker, my apologies, does get really good discounted abilities, but the problem is he's only 5'11", and honestly, if you have different cards, like honestly, if you picked up every single cornerback that dropped in this combine promo, even the 93s, that being Will Johnson, Patrick Peterson, Jalen Ramsey, and there's one that I'm missing, but Patrick Peterson, Jalen Ramsey, and Isaiah Simmons. He's another DB that dropped. I said corner. All of those guys are going to be absolutely better than this Amani Hooker. And also you could add in there Byron Jones. He was the other cornerback that actually dropped today. But Amani Hooker, he's going to be the cheapest out of all the champions, only 585k, at least in terms of the new champions. And he's going to be coming in with 96 base speed. The only problem is he also doesn't get a crazy amount of theme teams. I believe he only gets the Titans, but the Titans is a pretty good theme team that you could run in the game because of the different cards they have. But that is completely up to you guys. I have yapped for almost 25 minutes, so my apologies to you guys. But that has been all for Reborn Dynamic. Like I said, I would not pick up any of these LTDs that just dropped because they're spending at least 2.7 mil on a running back is absolutely not worth it, or 2 million on a quarterback that is absolutely unplayable in Mike Vick. I would not do it. Any single one of those LTDs that drop, if their price says over 1.9 million coins, I am absolutely not touching it. Not to say that they're bad cards, they're actually Zeus, but they're just not worth it for that price. But that has been all from Reborn Dynamic, y'all. If you have any questions about the cards, because like I said, I just talked to you guys for about 25 minutes about all the cards that dropped. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comment section below. I will be sure to get back with you. Hope you guys did enjoy the whole yap sesh about which cards were actually worth buying in Madden 25. Let me know if you did down below in the comment section below as well. That's been all from Reborn Dynamic, y'all. I'm out. Peace.